Alright, hello. Today I'm going to be casting G2 versus Mouz at IEM Krakow 2026. This is the quarterfinal, so Mouz had the lower bracket journey through, whereas G2 have just made it straight through after two consecutive wins and then losing to Furia, I think. I don't know. I don't really care about who they lost. Wait, no, they lost to Spirit, which is actually fair enough. They lost to Spirit in the upper bracket final, which determined the seeding. So I mean, didn't expect them to win that one, but still in front of a crowd on a stage in Krakow. First time in Krakow. Used to be in Katowice or Katowice, however the hell you want to call it. So I think this versus Mouse should be quite an interesting game. So let's get on with it. Alright, so first off, I think I should apologise, or at least not on my behalf, but because I chose to do this game, and for some reason this game had a bunch of technical issues, so there are a bunch of cuts in the demo almost, where they kind of switch from one time frame to another, or yada yada, and I mean, you're going to see at some point, there's like, I think 5 cuts in the demo that I've had to make, just because simply they just jump from file to file. So you'll see it at some point, but I think for the moment we should be fine. I'm just going straight into this quarter-final. Map spots out one over towards playground, but nothing on that. Instead, 3 players set up for a short push on the back of a Brolin flash. Exertion out the front, and Matt is here, probably going to jump spot, but Heavy got to have a long range down monster, so might be overlooking short, but with Mattis here about to jump spot, I mean, Exertion's ready to punish, but now hearing the footsteps, little preempt, but Exertion running in, full blind by his team flash, but right now, so are the CTs full white. Jumping up over the top, CTs very easily dealt with by the Sphinx Glock, and now leaving that into a 2v3 for the CTs, very difficult. Mouth makes it a little bit easier, now brought down to a 2v2, him and Hunter left to close this one out if they can on the CT pistol. Sphinx left in this little cubby on lower, but Torji going for a reroute. I don't know if they know that bomb is on site, but there's a potential that Torji could have it and he's rotating. Mouth's going over to Heaven, might be able to catch Sphinx off guard. Just sees the head of Torji, but now his supporting Hunter's gone. Sphinx with a triple, and Malv's last spot towards Heaven should be dead as a doornail. Sphinx will make sure, and that's a 4K for the man in the pistol. T-side round 1 for Mouz on Overpass, and that's the beauty of Overpass really, because whilst Mouz are picking into one of G2's weaknesses, should I say, you do have the punishment of you're going to start on the T side. This is a very CT-sided map, so... Okay, the dogs are barking again. You're probably going to hear that during the demo quite a lot today. Like I was saying, the T side of Overpass is very punishing, so picking into that is always quite difficult, allowing your opposition to maybe gain some momentum in the map before you even get really rolling on it. Force buy for G2, Sphinx ready to punish the 2 players on short with Brolin as well. Going to go in first and going to sideline 2 of them. Brolin with the double and cutting down the CTs very early on. Some Pice in the corner, low HP. Should be done for. I mean, Torji shoots his teammate in the back of the face in the process, but should be a clean sweep for Mouz. Could make it flawless unless Hunter has something to say. On the edge of the smoke. Just buying time. Oh, God. Oh, he's going to look away at the wrong moment. Exertion's going to push this. Yep, sidelines the guy. Malb's left with a Deagle. Deagle and Kevlar. You might want to save the Kevlar, but equally Exertion's not even going to let that happen. Force the pistol and conversion so far should make that a triple. There's the cut, as you can tell. I don't want to highlight my own poor observing ability, but, you know, I've got to make fun of it at least. G2 with, the very weak couple of nades and an upgrade for Malbs, but other than that, should be 3 in a row at least converted for Malbs. Just going to be able to save their money, keep it rolling. Very heavy B-lean, but with Malbs spread over across the map, don't need to be too concerned about anywhere. So, I mean, as soon as you see plenty of players on B, or even just get a slight bit of resistance, they can just go straight back towards A. Likelihood is as well, going on with this kind of buy, you're going to know there's a very high possibility of a stack anyway. Oh, Spink's getting pushed. He's going to be ready for this. Ready for two of them. Sprays down two. Now with a bit of help, Mouz will get one, but Exertion farms up the rest of them. Third converted. Nice and easy. We can finally get into some gun rounds. This is where the CT side of G2 should start to take shape, especially on a map like Overpass. CT side should be, with the amount of space you're given so early on and how easily you can rotate between A and B, it should be fine for G2, but Mouz are a very strategically based team. You could call it no superstars, I mean no aura 2, but that's sort of the point. So with no superstars, it could be a matter of team play, and like I said, it's kind of on Overpass, just taking map control slow and surely. Against a team like G2, I mean, I'm not putting down G2 or anything. I mean, we saw how good they could be at London when everybody's showing up on the same day, on the same page. I mean, they showed up for an entire week, it seemed, at the time, but see if they can return to their former glory, this time with a new lineup. Mouz going past Fountain, Mouz and some Pious here to defend. Still nobody on long. I mean, Hunter's now jump spotting over here, so a looming presence here, but now you've got Spinks rattling out some bullets on the other side of the map. Could cause a bit of a... could throw a fork into the mix, or at least keep G2 on the 3-2 split at the moment, or maybe it could even call over Hunter, which is exactly what it's doing. Two players now towards bathroom, left alone, could be isolated on this position. Mouz gets the first one early and manages to get away with his life. Some Pious now looking to peek the angle, but gonna be a difficult shot. Torji here just sending out Util, gonna have to win this duel to help defend it. Blind, good flash, but now the rotate has been called over. Finally, Mouz been dealt with over towards bathrooms. Some Pious wants to peek this onto the IGL he gets. Now with Mattis on the flank. Torch might get another opener, but Mattis should have the round in the bag. 5 seconds left. It's just the round's just fizzled out. Mattis here, there's still no chance for us to succeed. Will go down in the process, but G2 win that one on time. Mouz not getting onto the bomb site nearly early enough. I mean, if some Pious didn't get the pick onto Brolin in towards bathrooms, they could have probably accelerated, maybe even planted on default, but even with the amount of players they had there, with such limited time left, it does allow G2 to get a decent read on the situation at least. And of course, net the round wins. Still, Mouz with plenty of money in the piggy bank. Straight back in with the full buy. Yeah, Spink's just spamming the smoke every opportunity he gets. Mattis with the short control. Gives him a bit of an opportunity, and that's just Jimmy spamming through the smoke onto some Pious. Nice opener. Mattis gonna not trade back, but at least answer with a frag. Heavy God pushing out. That's the proactivity we love from the Heavy God. Just taking the initiative, pushing out whilst there's a bit of chaos in the round. Pushing out of Monster, finding a freebie. Mouz is pushed up in this position. Does Torji check his corners? Yes, he does, but he misses the shot. Now Mouz can call over the rotate. Exertion and Jimmy here left with a difficult round. Bomb hasn't been picked up. Bomb is very far removed from the situation, so Mouz has to be hunting for frags. There's no point trying to go for a plant. Going to try and play off of each other's contact, but it's a difficult one. Jimmy doesn't connect the shots, and Exertion lasered too. Mattis with a triple. G2 with a second round win too. But like I said, Mouz are minted at the moment. Torji, yeah, can still buy an AWP, and that's 3 AKs on the board. Probably going to see a couple of Glils, maybe a Mac 10 for Jimmy. Yeah, tactical timeout called for Mouz with a bit of a difficult situation. I think Exertion's actually dropped over the Galil for Jimmy instead, so Braun likely to buy in with one as well, just maybe slightly limited util on the entry frag of Exertion. And this match is still a test for Mouz. I mean, with their track record, G2 has been a kind of easy target in the past, but considering this is still a G2 that are incredibly good when all the pieces show up, and it's in a stage, in an arena, in front of a crowd, which Mouz last year were the group stage merchants. They were making it out of every single group stage, and they make it to at least the quarterfinals, usually the semi-finals, and then they get crumpled by a Spirit or a Vitality. Just that constant being the second best in the arena, always a test for them. So, little bit of contact towards Playground first thing and Party, but Mouz gets away with 32 HP. So whilst Fountain Control has been taken, they are going to relinquish it and go back over towards the B site instead. And Spinks just constantly doing the same spam through the smoke, letting G2 know there's some presence here, but just the conditioning that we want if we want to see a successful T side from Mouz. Jimmy on the lurking Con can pair up with his teammates in short in a minute. I think it might be going for a full-on monster rush. Still, two players here. Heavy God and Mattis, two almost superstars of G2. Dodging the flashes, Heavy God sprays down only one of them. Mattis there on the pickup. Oh, bro, not going to expect him to rotate back in this position twice. Still going for more. Torji left in a 1v4 and Mattis single-handedly winning the round for G2. Torji left, 20 seconds, going to try and save the AWP, but Mouz is close by. He's going to be looking for some fights. Might even walk into the crosshair. Even better if you kill him after time. Yeah, they want this gun gone. They want it gone after time. Torji going to try and hold on to it. Oh, just about stays alive in that engagement. But now you've got a hero AWP on Torji. Full Kevlar. No money to drop over any other guns. So we'll see a little bit of a buy-in to surround it. Upgraded pistols with Deagles to support the AWP. But still a tough task for Mouz. Gonna place that AWP in towards Con instead. Mouz gonna line them up, and he gets the spray down on both of them. Torji and Jimmy gone just like that with the aid of a superb Hunter Flash. Roland, I mean, luckily gets to re-pick up that AWP, but with a 3v5 established so early in the round. I mean, we'll see how active this AWP can get on Brolin, but 3v5 is never where you really want to be. I mean, best case scenario, you can get a couple of frags and put a little bit of pressure on the CT economy, but this would be a heck of a round win if they could pull it off. Yeah, Brolin missing the shot there. Just leg shot onto Mouz. Playing off of each other for bathrooms as well. 40-ish seconds left, 35. Gonna try go for the A push, but some pies here should be good for at least one. And now you've got that flank on Mattis once again. I mean, the entire flank is just opened up, just playing with his trigger discipline there, going for three, exertion left, absolutely impossible, can't even get one, flawless defense from Mouz, from G2, sorry. And especially with how Mouz and Hunter just together took the initiative and just took mass into their own hands on Con. I mean, you know the AWP's in play, and Con isn't always the best place for it. And I mean, in that scenario as well, with the timing that they were pushing up, I mean, if Torji was holding from afar, he could duck away and hide, and then re-peek it once he's regained his vision. But right there, that's just impossible to recover from. You're sitting out in the open with your pants down. Oh, early playground aggression from Hunter and Mouz together, catching Torju off guard. And you aren't prepared for that fight. You aren't prepared to see two players there swinging you in playground this early into the round. I mean, advantage gained just like that. Now Mouz almost have to go B, catching an opener back once again. Spinks equalising man numbers. Heavy God in towards Pit. Pressure on him. Some Pius in the open. Difficult, but Brolin's on the hunt. Brolin's on the prowl. Hunter from heaven only gets one. Oh, the Molly will clear out some Pius too. Mouz will get a headshot onto Jimmy. And do you still really want to go for this? It's a 1v2. I mean, plenty of players would save in this scenario. But I think Mouz might give it a look. And he's got a kit and he's got a smoke, so could get onto the ninja defuse. Trying to creep out of heaven. Clearing as many angles as possible. Maybe missed the silent drop there. Now on towards Pit. They know where he is. Just need to hold their angles, play the team and trade off each other. Spinks swinging out wide, actually goes down to it. Mouz, 18 HP, just a little spam through the smoke. Yeah, exertion will net Mouz the round. Tying it back up at 4-4 and finding another round for the Mouz scoreboard. Another tactical timeout taken this early. This is insane. This is, I mean, you've just won the round and that's 2 timeouts gone already. Concerning, but I guess Saw wants to make the most of this T side despite how difficult it could seem to be. And looking at it now, even on a round win, this is a questionable buy for Mouz. I mean, Torch on 3,200. Exertion on 29. I mean, Mouz have just won the round. And hold on. No way. Okay. Okay. Thank God they're actually going to full buy. I nearly thought we were going to see an eco after a win. Just 5 Galils and heavy on the util. Going to have to be an incredible round for Mouz to pull this off. Oh, early aggression from Brolin. On towards Fountain. Spots out the side of some Pius. Only a leg shot. Still, on the return, difficult for Bron to make any movement. Perfect flash again. Mouz and Hunter together. I mean, Con is just slaughterhouse. How do you even counter that? You just don't go Con. That's just Con off limits for the rest of your T side now. Brilliant setup from them. And that's just an opener. Given over to Mouz again. And Bron on very low HP. Bombs rotating back towards B. Spink still hiding outside of this monster smoke. Giving Heavy God some room to work with. And in this position again, I mean, you can flash it off with... I mean, you can flash it off, obviously, but then if Heavy God just scales closer, then it becomes completely ineffective. Oh, flash over the top. Heavy God actually taken off of it perfectly. Spinks with an open onto the B site. Mattis and Mouz here standing tall, and Mouz gets the double spray down. Jesus Christ. Exertion has a fighting chance with 15 seconds left. Do you just save? Bomb not in your possession as well. You take the closest exit you can find, and Jesus Christ. Even Mouz has rotated over, so G2 have already read the situation perfectly. And the spray down as well is just stunning. So like I said, it was a difficult round for G2 to stomach, well not stomach, for Mouz to try and win with such an awkward buy. And of course G2 going to punish on that. Still, plenty of timeouts left for them. Then a bit of an eco around this M4 this time. Exertion with a full Kevlar and the M4, but other than that, it's not a lot to write home about. Some Pius on a dirty boost, trying to look over in towards Connector, so G2 very active with trying to control the flow of T's around Connector. Especially with the flash setup on Mouz, it just leaves it so difficult to fight for, and now the boost as well shown out. Mouz don't know about it, but if they were to go there in the future, that's a very very difficult position, let's say. So they're just playing contact up through A long at the moment. Pistols could quite easily overrun Mouz if he's not careful. Oh, actually gets the opener there, trying to trade him out. Spinks on the Deagle, can't go around it, but Jimmy actually takes out some Pius and Mouz with the Deagle in the process, giving Mouz a fighting chance in this. Hunter trying to stop the plant with the nade, doesn't quite hit the mark. Oh, does actually push Torshi off the line with the molly, but still Heavy God on the flank as well. Spinks has to be careful about this. Jimmy taking out the round now. 2v3 Hunter denied by exertion. Matters here. I mean, Spinks just has to try and hold for the push. The Deagle reigns supreme, and Mattis here just going to try and stick it. Yeah, oh my god! Spins around and kills exertion, but Spinks is there to close out, and Mouz on a round they shouldn't have. They managed to get over the line. Deagles and a single M4 in exertion, and I don't even think he got a single kill in the round. I mean, that spin around from Mattis as well makes it seem like he deserves to get their views, but no. Spinks there to close it out. 12 and 5 at the moment, very much the heavy hitter for Mouz. Head and shoulders above the rest of his team. Torchi having a little bit of a quiet game so far, so gonna hope on his CT side should be able to pick up the pace a little bit. So pressure all over the map for the moment. Spinks does look like he wants to go for an opener. He wants it badly. Matt's on the edge of the pillar, spots him out, but gets away with his life. Exertion now here towards toilet. It's going to put pressure here, but does Mouz know? Does Mouz consider this a position that he could have got in front of it already? Mouz has a lot of angles to worry about, so a difficult position. He's kind of out on an island here. They're pushing him from all angles as well. Exertion shoots him in the back of the face. Some Pius now going to get aggressive, trying to push for bathrooms and long. They're going to trade places with each other, not even knowing about it. I mean, the execute comes over and Hunt is here to support, but some Pius doesn't even get one there. That's an awkward engagement, but G2 left and they know they're going to have to save for it, given their economy has finally been whittled down to this point. And Mouz on their T side will take the lead in this round. 2 save guns for G2. One of them being an MP9 does concern me, but Mouz putting up a pretty decent haul, shall I say, on their T side. And that's not even over yet as well, so they could even make it 7-5, which would be an incredible start to their game, an incredible start to the quarterfinal in front of the crowd. Both guns should be saved, I believe. And that's a bit of a testament to the crumble of the A defense. I mean, with Mouz out on an island, you're kind of hoping he only gets pushed from one lurker at a time, that he's not going to get double swung from both angles. With so many different places to look for, doesn't really work out his way, and with no trade potential on some Pius, just fizzles out. So G2 losing the round there. 2 saved guns, and a buy-in around it, of course. It's the final round of this half. Still, MP9s, Deagles, and a single M4 on Mattis. Going to see how much impact they can squeeze from this. Yeah, Jimmy's playing this position, so he's going to react off of a potential flash from Hunter, but I don't think he's going to get it. Hunter knows there's not enough firepower on Malbs as there is. A Deagle wouldn't suffice. No way, he just dry peeks it instead. Oh, he does actually flash it. Jimmy reacts off of it, but unable to find the frag. Malbs shoots him straight in the face, and that is another conjugal one for him. Another one on exertion. Absolute laser beam. What the hell is going on, Malbs? Oh my god. He's just won the round. That's 5v2. That's a triple kill from the Guatemalan. What the flying fuck have I just watched? How does he get 3 there with the Deagle? He's now on an AK as well. Torgy and Spink's going to try and regroup with 30 seconds left, but Overpass is too big of a map for this. Oh my god, I mean, Malbs could even catch off Spinks. Could even catch him off too. Doesn't, so denies him the potential of an ace, and that's Spinks' position known. Torgy is up close, has sneaked past some pies entirely. Oh my god, they've made it. They've actually thought about it. 6 seconds, they do need to get the plant in, so Torgy gets the bomb down, needs the cover from Spinks. Does get it, making it work nearly, but Spinks now left on 6 HP. Into the 1v2 clutch is going to be a difficult one. Just going to run at him. 2 CTs, flying MP9 from Hunter will close out the CT side. That is 6-6, equal at the half. But still, for a CT-sided map, 6 T rounds is a blessing. It's not a blessing in disguise, it is a blessing outright. Now switching over to the CT side should be a little bit more swimmingly in the round, but still the previous. I'm not gonna say it's luck, but Malbs has hit a hell of a triple kill, a hell of a couple of shots. Now bringing it over into the pistol, literally 4 Kevlars and a little bit of Yuto on some bias. Jimmy swings out, plucks Heavy God out of the round just like that, and exertion on short with the Julies. Should be good to mow down 1. Spots out Malbs' head. Doesn't need to recommit, doesn't need to go for the aggression. You've already got man advantage. No need to force any of these fights. Some pies with the smoke, gonna most likely send it out onto the B-bomb site. Still, G2 keeping their options open by investigating con with Mattis. 3 players here. They do have plenty of options in the round. Trying to get that jewel onto Torgy, but he's not giving it to him. Knows he doesn't need to commit. Just going to play back on site with the rest of his teammates. Yeah, they're going to be running straight into the crosshairs of Mouz in this position. 30 seconds left. Going to start to make some moves. Oh my god, Spinks. Laser beam USPS, but they are going to go back for the recommit towards B. Faking some Util towards A, but they are going to commit here. Jimmy already had a couple of kills. Why not add some more to the count? Another one, and Torgy, or Exertion. Torgy from heaven actually nailing that final shot, but Jimmy with a triple in the pistol. Still heroics from Mouz on both of the pistols, now winning both of them on this map, on their map pick. Onto Dust 2 next, which has been Mouz's permaban for the last 6 months. I think the last time they played it was at the Austin Major. So, or is the last time it wasn't in their permaban pool. I think they've already played it a couple of times this tournament so far, but still getting tested on a map that has really fed well into them in the second half of the season in their battle against Vitality, which Dust 2 has always been a great map for them. So to have its permaban has been a gift. Coming up next should be a difficult one with G2 once again. Exertion here, I mean, the pressure from both sides of con just mowing them down. Exertion goes down there. 1 casualty for the CTs. I mean, shouldn't get too far out of hand. Yeah, some pies mowed down there. Heavy gob. Probably not going to get to see a whole lot more. Oh, takes out Torji. That's another one. But Jimmy there does trade it out. Triple with Torji, farming up the eco frags, and G2 went in for the full eco there. They didn't even get the bomb planted down, so the full eco did make sense. And now coming into this round with a full set of AKs and util to work with. And Torchi's already got the AWP out and about, so this could be difficult. Probably going to see it towards bathrooms holding for Fountain, I'd imagine. No, he's going to take it long to be holding for the playground push, which Hunter is kind of ahead of. Going for the boost might catch G2 off guard. Yeah, Sunpire's going to walk right into this line of fire, gets taken out, and that's a beautiful freebie for Mouz. Plucked out around just like that, and look at the util that is left for G2. 2 mollies, that's one of them. Only 1 molly left, and Spinks is just here, a thorn in their side. Going to have to commit over towards B, but this is difficult. I mean, what do? You don't flash through the smoke, you haven't got a flash. Jimmy will just be able to farm you down, and I mean, this round is looking pretty dire. Pretty dire as it is. Just going to have to play contact out here. Jimmy's fed some more util, getting caught off guard with the molly, the double hold from Mattis and Heavy God. Takes out both the site players. Now, facilitates the plant. Players in from heaven, swarming in soon, and Spinks coming in potentially from short. Found a flash, and Mattis peeking on the back of it. It's decimation for G2. Spinks not left with a chance in the round. Might have 18 frags to his name, but this one he's going to have to sit out. And that is a round G2 have somehow manifested out of nowhere. No flashes, only a molly, playing out of contact and just catching an incredible timing onto Jimmy. You lose some pies early on the Torji boost, and you just completely fizzle out. But then, just as you think it's over, it's done for, with a single molly left. They make it work. Insane. They get over the AWP on the Mouz as well. Gonna hand that over to some pious. Give me a sec. Bloomin' dogs are barking. Whilst I'm absolutely glazing G2. Sorry about that, the glaze had to be cut short. Haven't missed anything, luckily the perfect time of the buy, and progressing through Con RG2, gonna be hitting this A long from a multitude of angles. Only Spinks here, Torji assisting from afar, and with this angle should be good for 1, but has to be wary of his back, but Torji should have it if they peek out too wide. B being completely left alone for the minute, nobody lurking over there, and some pious nails the AWP v AWP duel. Torji down early, Spinks left out in the open, has to go for the fight, and Mattis will swing and hit the shot. Mouz already saving. They already know the round's gone, they already know it's over. Torji Spinks taken from the round. Perhaps one more on the site if you're really unlucky, but G2 have Mouz exactly where they want them. Should be them tying us up 8-8 unless there's going to be insane ninja defuse from Mouz, but Braun and only a 5-7 knows that's not going to be the case. At least very unlikely. And G2 should have 5 alive here unless they overlook anything, but I think Mouz are just going to sit over towards short and aren't going to go for any aggressive fights. Going to instead try and hold on to what little they have. So yeah, that's 5 alive for G2. Could see a Mouz timeout. No, they aren't buying on the back of this. So they're going to have an MP9 and an M4 saved over. Jimmy and Exertion probably going to be posted up over towards... I would say over towards B, but no, they're going full contact heavy. Stacked towards A. Placed well, too. Plenty of G2 posted up here. Could be ready to go down. Pius nails the first shot onto Torji once again, putting him in the cuck chair. Bron here with the help of Spinks and Jimmy on long. Bron could catch the side of a head. Yes, Hunter does go down. Untraded. Back into a 4v4 situation. And Jimmy could catch a couple of T's off guard if he swings this. Not holding for it. Mattis out in the open. I think it's traded. He's still holding this. Gonna double swing. Double swing works perfectly. Still down to a 3v3. And they do have the superior guns. Spinks on a lurk as well. But only with a deal, or is that a 5-7? Could be difficult. 15 HP too. Bron wants to go for some info. So could be caught off guard. There's somebody holding him. I think some Pies and Malbs together. Oh, perfect. Some Pies shuts him in the coffin. And Exertion left here with the MP9. Could farm up a couple. Some Pius is thinking about the flank as well. Just catches the timing off of Spinks. And very difficult for Malbs. A lot of angles to cover. Spinks has picked up an AK. Could be difficult. Malbs shoots Exertion back in the face. They now have A site open. But I was going to say Spinks has a potential for putting some damage on the flank. But Malbs has already read it. Another triple in the round. The high impact player on the stage. Started off with incredible A-site defense alongside some Pius. And now just scaling up of any opportunity he gets on the T side. Now finally Mouz in with a full gun round. No AWP being brought out for Torji. I mean he can't afford it. But for now, AWP still lies on some Pius' shoulders. Mattis very quick towards Con. Scaling a little bit earlier, and some Pius on short could catch Jimmy off guard. He's the only... No, he's not the only player on B. They have got a little boost going over the top, but not going to spot out anything. Exertion over the top only sees the bullets of one. A little bit of damage through the wall as well. Both Exertion and Brolin take 50 HP off, roughly. Not going to reconstruct that boost. Nade over here could be good onto Jimmy. Half of his HP and some Pius nails shot onto Exertion. The two defenders here both incredible. Both low enough for it to become a problem. Yeah, G2 now queuing up for this BXQ. Jimmy in front of Monster on this difficult position. Gonna have to hard clear it. Not gonna get a flash off this line. And Brolin gonna swing that. Actually beats out the AWP in the duel. Jimmy now here, I mean, 40 seconds left. G2 have to start making some moves. Mouz with so much space towards A could be calling the cavalry over. Still, Spinks has traded places. He's been scaling up long this entire time, so should be going through party any minute, but they do have to be careful of this. I think they know there's a possibility. 20 seconds, now the execute comes through. Spinks pounces early, catches off Mattis, heavy goal on the trade. Site space, open as hell. Plenty of space for it. Now Torji gonna... I mean, they're thinking about it, but they need some kills to be fed over to them fairly soon, or else perhaps the save could come through. Brolin with an entry onto Heavy God makes this viable. Malbs on this close angle. Hunter to support or trade him. Spotted out by Torji. Couldn't connect the bullets. Hunter now left in a 1v3. Catches Brolin off guard with the util. Ended by Jimmy. Bringing it back, keeping it competitive, just trading the rounds back and forth. Puts on 9-9. Yeah, is enough time for this. 9-9. Now, the first timeout taken for G2. Still, plenty of money left. Just, I think Saw wants to keep the momentum or energy going. But with the amount of timeouts they have left, I mean, if Mouz just take one round at a time, there's almost enough timeouts to go around for every round left, bar one. But nonetheless, just should be trying to bring this one over the line. T side is more difficult, but Mouz haven't had a good start. Let's see if they can start bringing it closer and closer now on their map pick. Now, this is a map that G2 have been weaker on recently, but you wouldn't think it. The stuff they've been pulling across the map has been, the little gimmicks they've been doing have been working and have been kind of, they have come to fruition. They have had some good impact at their times. And just their general reads of Mouz have also been pretty good. A little playground fight. Spinks comes out on top. Entry onto Mouz. Now, you've got plenty of information over there. You've got absolutely no people to back it up. So, the Execute comes in loud and proud. Heavy God with the double. Exertion trying to trade places in Monster. They do know he's here. I mean, tries to get out of it. Actually gets one there. And the spray through the box on Heavy God. Brings it down to a 2v2. I mean, now Spinks gets taken out of the equation. Torji left with a 1v2 and a minute left. They don't even need to commit. Yeah, they hear the shots out onto Torji, so very good chance they'll be rotating over. A little peppering of damage through the molly, but G2 now planning to get this plant down on the A-bomb site. Torji's over here pretty early. Hunter's coming to clear this. Oh, good flick on the Torji. Brings it down to the 1v1 against the AWP. Not the right gun for the scenario. Trying to bait out a swing from him. Torji now has him in the palm of his hands. Just going to wait for another plant. Again, swings on the edge of the smoke. 1v2 for Torji. Double digits for Mouz. AWP saved over as well. And putting G2 on more difficult terrain for the gun buy. Timeout taken for Mouz as well. So, I mean, this is... I don't know how I feel about Mouz taking timeouts so often after they win a round. I mean, maybe just congratulating Torji, just taking the time to say, hey, you're the GOAT, man. Hyping him up a little bit. Getting him in the zone in front of the crowd. I mean, that timeout kind of helps G2 more than Mouz in that scenario, because allows Hunter to at least place his Tech 9 more efficiently around the rest of his AKs. Early play through playground again. Spinks flashed through, not the right timing, so Mattis given a chance to push up on the edge of that. Yeah, Heavy God and Exertion, exchange on the edge of the smoke. Heavy God gets the better of him. Jimmy here, can't get the trade. Mattis, though, peeking out, just running through the smoke. Trades it onto Jimmy. Mattis, an absolute turret towards Con. Getting another frag there. Now 2 players left standing. You've got Torji and Brolin as the rotator, and now that's Brolin found out, so maximum you've got 1 player on B. Oh, finds the shot onto Mouz, out in the open, doesn't connect the second one. Brolin out left, 1v3, and he knows there's no chance in the round, so Bomb going to go down swimmingly, and this is going to be Mouz with another save. So Hunter's going to get to pick up a rifle as well, that's beautiful. And you just see how the short aggression there for Mouz does eventually just kind of fizzle out. Brolin gets the upgrade to the AK, okay. At least you gain something out of that, but you just see how G2 was set up to be careful with the short aggression. Heavy got on the edge of the smoke there, just catching Exertion kind of off guard in that scenario. And Jimmy only with an MP7. If he maybe had an AK, could have spammed through and done a little bit more damage through. But just the team play off G2 as well, when Mattis comes and swings through the smoke the moment Jimmy's been found out. Oh, Mattis actually goes down with the AWP. Are they going to be able to recover it? No, they're not. That's the AWP unrecovered for G2. But nonetheless, that's 10 to 10. Just trading the rounds. And a very difficult buy for Mouz. Are going to force into it. FAMAS on Brolin, AK on Spinks, and a Scout on Torji. Gonna have to be incredible to find this. Spinks going for this aggression, gets found out by Mouz, so taking out the round early. I mean, you need some aggression, you need someone to some chaos into the mix in a round like this, where you've got the inferior weaponry, inferior arsenal. So Mouz's gonna peek this angle into the Scout. Torji nails the headshot. Okay. Makes it more interesting now. 4v4. Hunter giving some space towards bathrooms. Torji rotating over. Brolin here, left to defend the site on his own. Could be the good call. The bomb is rotating towards B. And Exertion going to try this short aggression once again. On the edge of this con smoke this time. Tries to peek in some pious, but the AK does prevail. Hunter winning the duel too, so only Torji on this bomb site. Running back, going to try and save as well. Yeah, okay. We've had a good few saves. That's G2 bring themselves up to 11 now. And difficult for Torji and Brolin. Whilst you are saving a couple of guns, and you are, if this round were to have been won, then you've had a full buy for the next, but lost it. And M4 for Brolin at least. I was going to say, like, the Scout isn't best for Torji. Maybe some exit frags would be nice, but difficult to pick for on Overpass. Oh, picks over the AK. Actually, that's nice and dandy. So a couple of really good guns brought over from Mouz. Gonna say, like, the FAMAS and the Scout, you can't be saving those in good conscience. So G2 11 to 10. Or Mouz's map pick. Now this is a ballsy play. We're going for the hero M4 and AK. And a full eco on the rest of them. Spinks, Exertion, Jimmy. All pistols. Torji and Brolin with the only rifles for the CT is going to have to put up massive impact, or else he'll be playing for the overtime. Still just going to go for a B execute off the bat here. Brolin with the M4, catches out one, and Mouz here with the triple spray down. Out just like that. Triple gone. I mean, 2v4 with a pistol on Spinks, and Torji's going to try the AK save. Even then, like, what... I mean, I don't know what to think. This is insane. G2 gonna win on Overpass unless Mouz can win the next 2 rounds and at the best take us to overtime. At least in the next couple of rounds they will have they will have plenty of economy to back them up. But it's a difficult one. Difficult one to stomach as well. Spinks in the second half, I mean, he was 18 to 6 at one point, and since then has only had 2 frags. 20 and 12 now. Has really fizzled out on the CT side, which is almost a surprise, really. I'd expect Mouz in general to be better on CT side, so they don't have any superstars like Donk or something to get the entries galore, so disappointing CT side and need to be putting up a fight now, or else G2 is going to take this map by storm. Not by storm, but like, you get what I mean. Gonna try and push through this monster smoke, but still, 2 players here. just going to mow them down. Mattis does get traded out, and Exertion still on this site. Has to be dealt with. Brolin's rotated over, so still 2 players strong on the B bomb site. Man advantage gained for Mouz. Some Pius might catch Exertion off guard if he finds a good timing, but that's if. Just going to jump spot for this. Malb's going to play ahead of the molly. Could catch Exertion off guard. Yep, catches him with his nades out. Brolin from afar though. Still chiming in with one of his own. And giving time for the rotate to come over. Some Pius should be able to get the plant in. Brolin swinging that. Malb's not with enough bullets to spray him down. And that is a flank from Spinks as well, coming over from short. Could be catching Malb's off guard. It's difficult for the T's. Some Pius brings it to a 2v2. Spinks versus Mouz. Spinks wins it out, and Torji on the AWP will win out that duel too. So we live to see another round. Mouz taking us the full distance. All 24 rounds of regulation required. This time it will be a full buy versus full buy. Plenty of rifles and an AWP for both sides to duke this one out in round 24. G2 going to go for some aggression towards playground, in towards Con. Torji gets a blind opener onto Mattis. Massive one to start off with, and Mouz instantly take more passive positions. No, they don't need to go for any aggressive moves. Don't have to go for any more picks. Just going to play the trade game from here on out. 2 players towards long could be lethal. I mean, Mouz is tucked in this position, could catch them off guard. Can he hear the scope zoom in from here? Because if he can, that is a massive indicator for them. Flashing over the top, doesn't blind Torji. Mouz thought he had a perfect flash there, but no, he's just going straight into the perfectly cleared vision, Torji. 3v5, and Torji's got some more in the tank, 1 more in the mix. 2v5, but you have to at least try for this. Hunter will finally get revenge for his teammates. And now a flank from Spinks as well, very early on. Gonna be, yeah, catches out Heavy God in the open. Hunter, not really much of a chance left in this one, so that is overtime secured. On the stage, on Mouz's map pick. Now going into this, there's a lot of shifts in the economy in regulation. So, of course, with, was it 12,500 in overtime, should be good to suffice us for full gun rounds galore. Exertion on the jump spot. The amount of smokes here doesn't allow him to get full vision of this. Aggression over towards Con. Spinks on an unorthodox angle. Should be good for 1. Pre-fire in the corner. Gets 1, gets traded. Torch now left on his own towards A. Needs to be careful with this. Exertion pushing out from short. Going to be ducking under the crosshair of Hunter. Needs to be careful with this. Or else his teammates could push in through this. Gonna spam through the smoke. Jimmy gets 1 of his own. Hunter now found out. Exertion in this position should have him dead to rights. Yep, caught off guard there. Hunter not had a chance in that battle. Malb's on the wrap all the way around the world, and the bomb is very far removed from the situation. Brolin on the angle, holding it for the moment. Malbs needs to clear this corner. Shadow advantage, but the Guatemalan still finds the pick in that scenario. Some Pius given a chance to link up as well, but Torji with an AWP could get sidelined by this. Does some bias check this corner? Doesn't need to. Torji spins around for this, pulls out the USPS, and the no scope from some bias brings it forwards. But Exertion finally getting out the kill onto Malbs. Now 1v2 for the AWPer, for the Spaniard. Can he make it work? Gonna try and get the plant down with 10 seconds, but Exertion not going to peek on this. Jimmy from afar on the flank. These flanks have been so potent every single time. And even though some bias gets a nice, beautiful little no-scope kill onto Torji, doesn't come to fruition. First round of OT, going to be going the CT's way. Going to be going in favour of Mouz. Timeout taken for G2. They had plenty of timeouts left over in the previous half. I think they still had 2 unused timeouts, so could have used that to cross it over the line, but unfortunately were not used their fullest potential in the moment, so now we have to duke it out in overtime on their T side as well. Is quite demoralising. As you see, the CTs quite easily rack up some more rounds than you, but you at least need 1 T round to make the CT side a bit more competitive, or at least secure you a bit of an easier CT side, should I say. Con aggression from Torji, flick onto Mattis, catches him perfectly off guard. Untradeable as well. Heavy God's trying to get the trade, but just running away from him. Spinks on this angle as well, just misses the timing. Some bias, doesn't check the corner as well in that time. Spinks nearly getting another one. Nade should have him dead, and that's Hunter down to a 1v5 already. Demolition from Mouz, finding every single frag combined. The 2A players getting all the impact in the round. Now what? Best case scenario, you get a plant. Brilliant. Where do you go from there? I mean, take us to round 27 already. Yeah, nothing he could do in that scenario. Brolin coming through, gonna shoot Hunter in the side of the face, and now that is Mouz up to 14. So G2 need to find this round, or at least their CT side becomes a whole lot more difficult in overtime. Only Torji on the A site defense for the moment. Has to be careful not to get overrun. Has to be worried about so many angles as well. So many different places they could push from, but 4 players on the B bomb site. If they'd have found a pick through the spam of the wall in towards Con, they could have had some rest in this round, or at least had some ease of mind. Torji has to be careful. Spinks has come over for the support finally, but some bias on this angle if he does decide to peek into this. Could be a difficult one. Now full blind. Yeah, Mattis has him absolutely dead. Torji, difficult fights for him. Trying to get away from that, but he's getting ran up by plenty of T's. Actually makes his way over towards the safety, the comfort of Bank. Gonna, flash out Exertion as well on this push. Bit of a team flash, at least catches Malbs off guard, makes it slightly easier for the CT side on the retake, but still 3 Ts left alive. They need to get out onto the site. They're so worried about a flank. They've been so potent this entire game. So Hunter just has to dedicate his resources to holding some of this. Gonna flash out Mattis, gonna try and get some info. CT's blinded, nails the shot onto Exertion. AWP kill on Torji does kill him. Neglecting Heavy God over towards tiles as well. Onto the push as well. Heavy God gets rid of the diffuser. Jimmy finds the frag but doesn't have the time. G2 will find a T side round in overtime. Now gonna switch over to the CT side. This is where Mouz are so close, only 2 rounds away from taking their map pick. A timeout once again, and Spinks finally found himself back in form. Now 26 and 14, could find 30 before we close this out. Malbs too, hot on his heels, 25 and 19, both combined with plenty of kills in the server. Mouz's time. Heavy towards A, looking for some aggression here. Mouz towards Con, no way, they try their same old gimmick. Ooh, trade of the Orc Jewel. Torji actually takes a fat amount of health off of him in that engagement. Doesn't get the shot back on Sunpius, so 13 HP onto Torji very early on. Is Sunpius going to be ready for the close angle of exertion? He's already pushed through that split smoke. And now could catch Sunpius off guard if he's not careful. Does Sunpius clear this deep? He looks to, but doesn't fire the shot off. Now, that's Mouz with plenty of info on where they've been, or where they are. Tucked away in this corner, hasn't played that spot at all. Ooh, spamming down long range. Brolin will win that duel instead. Now Hunter, backside, left alone. Mouz, the rest of G2 are so focused on Spinks, on the lurk, but Hunter here, left to fight with some aggression, but doesn't have a chance in that duel. Jimmy will find him out. 2v5 now. I mean, there's almost no point in saving in this. You have plenty of money to go for it. It's going to have to be a miracle for G2 to pull this one off. Mattis, I want to push the smoke just as it fades. Now Brolin's on the line. They're looking to save this. Come on, guys. You can't really save. Through gritted teeth. Heavy God, I mean, can't even go for a ninja defuse in this round. Steps making him known as well. I mean, they're kind of thinking about this, but this is a half-assed engagement. Not really knowing what to do. A little bit of pressure on this, and Heavy God probably go down to the bomb either way. Takes a couple with him, but doesn't even get to save on that. And that is now match point for Mouz after G2 don't make their mind up on the retake. I'm not saying a 5v2 retake is very easy. I'm not saying it's easy to do. It is damn near impossible, but I'd like to see a little bit more effort from G2 in that scenario. Mattis was either so focused on a flank or thought he could save in that scenario, but no, not a chance in that. And now Mouz on match point of their own this time. Con aggression going to go into the sightline of Mouz. Mattis on close range. Is he going to be ready for Spinks? Mouz pushing out on the back of the same flash again. Gets out Jimmy, but Spinks and Exertion combined get 2 more frags. CT is now left squirming. 3v4. Difficult battle, and Mouz still aren't even committing for this. Hunter has a little bit of info towards short as well, so he had a little peek there. Didn't see anyone. Now they do have an idea. I think Hunter does want to rotate over, and it will be the better call in this scenario. Going to be rotating over. 2 players on long. Some players with so much freedom, so much room to walk about, and not going to be finding anybody for the moment. 2 players coming over from Con. Could sideline him if he's not careful. Hunter going to peek out ahead of this. Dual engagement, but both shots do not connect. Some players missed that shot there. Scaling now. Mouz coming up, looking to fight for the save bomb site. Hunter actually rotates over. They're coming back for this. That was a fake from Spinks. Now getting the frag on the heavy god, that's an open B bomb site. Hunter at least finds a trade back. 20 seconds left, make your mind up. Some Pious now, I mean, no, they're going back. They've sent out the flashes, they've sent out the fake. 15 seconds, praying this B bomb site is completely open for the taking. Bomb is going to be able to go down, but very quick on this, shooting Hunter mid-air. Some Pious left in a 1v3, damn near impossible. Can't deny the plant. Impending doom, nothing left he can do but spam the wall and hope for the best. Hope one of the shots do connect, but not a chance. 3 players on the angle would have to be a miracle of rounds. He does spot out Torji, but on the edge of the box, just about misses the shot. Doesn't connect as well. Wallbang isn't thick enough. Torji will close it out, and Mouz take their map pick. On to G2's pick of Dust 2 we go. Alright, now it's Dust 2. Here we go. This time, G2's map pick. And like I said, Dust 2 earlier, this was Mouz's permaban for like half a year. Half a year, and all for them to help their conquest in defeating the likes of Spirit and Vitality, taking out one of their comfort map picks from their map pool. This time now, back to punish them as G2 look to exact revenge for Overpass. Tunnel's aggression and Torji on short could be caught off guard. Still looking for the pick on the heavy god. Not found. Could back away if he needs. But no, with the smoke here, has the comfort of moving out around a little bit. Nobody's holding for a tunnels push yet. Mal's just not biting down, not believing they have balls to do it. Two players here, full double doors, ready to hold for the push out mid. Hunter maybe will send out smoke. No, Mattis has the B cross smoke and has probably the lineup from over towards T spawn to send it. Yeah, sends out the B cross smoke. Now this allows G2 to accelerate in on towards the B bomb site. Exertion nearly caught with his pants down there. Jimmy, close range with the dual Berettas. Not found, and some Pies with a double opener in that scenario. Removes Mouz just like that. Spinks will get one for the road. But with the Kevlar on the back of Torji and Spinks, I can imagine they probably both want to save in this scenario. So yeah, Brolin hasn't got any Kevlar to save, so might as well go for a couple of picks if he can. But nonetheless, a G2 pistol round instead this time, after 2 pistols going both to Mouz on Overpass. I think Mouz, with the 2 pieces of Kevlar, do want to buy on the back of it. Scout onto Torji and a Famas on Spinks, but the rest will be operating with pistols and a bit of armor. A couple of pieces of util as well in supporting cast, but nonetheless, a difficult round for the CTs to win on this force buy, going against, what, Galil's and an AK for some Pious. Oh, great nade onto Mouz. Queued up on short, loads of G2 just hanging here in wait. Torji with the scout could be a thorn in their side, and the cross smoke sent up does give the chance, but Hunter's going to dive down under instead. They've sent it back into a double doors push. That's the B side of the map, completely open for the taking. Fooled me as well. I'm surprised I mean, I'm not surprised, but Hunter dives down and just on the flank too, all pushing out at the same time on the back of the flashes is perfect result for G2. Getting the second conversion round 2. So if Torchi's lucky, he gets to hold on to the scout and use it in the third rather than doing a full eco like the rest of his teammates. But will be a difficult one to say the least. Everybody should be able to save, so that should be a nice 2-0 start for G2. Unfortunately, I do think the demo's bugged on this one as well, so the X-ray doesn't work too well. So just say that's the beauty of demos at the moment. So yeah, full eco for Mouz, despite the Roland Torji save from the previous round. But this is a scout on trying to hold on for a full B rush, which isn't going to work. Heavy God's going to spam Torji through the smoke on the back of his jump, which isn't going to work. So that's GC potentially up for 3. I mean, do Mouz even want to, like, save this? What's the point in saving? I mean, Christ, Mouz taking the kill on the back of the flash from Heavy God, but I mean, it's just decimation at the moment. Mouz can't seem to find a foothold with the lesser buy. Not even a frag for half the team. I mean, Torji and Sphinx have 1 apiece, but the rest of them, I mean, Jimmy now will summon on the back of the shadow advantage, saving himself a Galil. If he can, which he can't. Exertion here takes out 1 more gun for the mix. So G2 up for 3 and do take 2 casualties in that round. So Mouz don't go down with nothing, if you could say that. So full gun round in suit. Torji with an AWP and some Pious too. Hunter's actually opted for a Mach 10, so could be going for a faster play towards B once again, which would be incredible to pull off twice in a row. Might be pushing his luck, but no, don't think they will. At the moment, though, he is taking his gamble over towards short at least. Could run it up short if they can, but Torchi's got an AWP on the line, so that'll be a difficult one. They do look like they want to go for some short attention. Maybe shifting their thoughts over towards mid doors. And Exertion on the boost. Catches off Hunter. On the smoke too. Spinks just going to push out of it. Complete decimation on this mid to B. The 2 players that do go out of the tunnel. One gets taken down on some players. Only with one frag. So Mouz on the other end do decimate G2 in this one. Do deny G2 from gaining another foothold onto the B bomb site. That was 4 rounds in a row, sorry, that they would have targeted that area of the map, or at least that side. So at least getting that thought out of their head to get very early in the match is a bonus. Some Pious, aggressive line with the AWP, gonna try and get a pick towards long. Yeah, perfect. Mouz don't swing before the molly comes to fruition, so some Pious who does sit in it and take a little lick of damage doesn't go too far with his AWP play. Short control's taken quite early here as well for G2, so going to be hard to regain for the likes of Mouz, but Torchi's on the line. Could quite easily get somebody on this angle, but I mean, on the back of the molly they haven't re-cleared it. Oh, okay. The flash, they are prepared for the potential reposition, and Torji does miss the shot there, so Mouz gets to keep his life a little bit longer. Exertion, close range. Mouz isn't ready for it. Hunter with the spam back through the smoke. Connects with Exertion's head so quickly. instantly gets the trade back onto a 4v4. Players for Mouz now split up, an impossible rotate between the sites if that does come down to it. Mid to B smoke as well. Spinks close on the line. Spots out the head of Hunter, but at least it's diverting some attention. B site is fully overran. Spinks does get that one kill, but 3 players on the site going to hold strong for the moment. Torture with the response on the Mattis after take out his teammate. Heavy God with the Deagle. Nails it. Jimmy coming out on the back of the flash. Nails the final 2 of them whilst they're scrambling to find the plant. And Mouz nearly locked out of that B bomb site. Do bring themselves back into the game. This should be G2 on a nearly a full eco. You've got maybe a hero gun on towards Heavy God and Hunter with. Oh no, Hunter took the brunt of the buy there, of the cost of the AK, and Heavy God's used this to its full potential, taking this long control. Oh, Bron is here, perfect flash, gets Heavy God off the line and catches him off guard. I mean, they're just trying to recover the AK now, but Some Pious gets out of long, and this AK will finally get recovered after it took 3 bodies to do so. And he's very far removed from his teammate too, so it's a difficult round to recover from this scenario, from this position at least. Spink could get caught off guard by Mattis if he pushed any further, but not enough info on the entire map to gauge this push towards mid. Some Pious is wrapping all the way around the world, going in towards tunnels, all the way from A long. So gonna try and test this B bomb site once again. Mattis down here does get spotted out, and I mean he's trying his best to get out and find some impact, but hold on a sec, has given a route for Some Pious to get out onto the site. Might get a plant if he's lucky. Does manage to get it down, but Torch is going to swing this. Yep. Absolutely has him dead to rights. Somehow the plant doesn't actually get pulled off there. So G2 do make it look close, but Mouz do respond with the round. So after what the hero AK on Heavy God and Hunter on a little bit of lower money as well, Mattis, Mouz and Some Pious all have money for a full buy. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a full buy here. I mean, it's looking questionable. I think they are questioning it with the timeout taken by Saw. Yeah, that's kind of like 2 ecos back to back. I mean, I like to... It was a good idea for the hero AK, and it nearly comes to fruition if it could have been recovered towards long A, but now in a difficult scenario. Upgraded pistols, I mean, G2 could be coming back, or Mouz could at least find 4 and the lead. Spinks here top mid, just getting aggro. Flashed out. Best the Deagle of Some Pious, but Mouz going to answer that back. Exertion as well gets dinked on towards short, so it's going to have to fall back, and that is a rifle handed over to the T's. Is that the first domino to fall? Could they pull this off? No shot. Hunter with the Kevlar actually handed the M4, so I think Mouz wants to go on a bit of a recon mission. Trying to gauge what's happening on B. Brolin doesn't have time to get his nades out. Already in front of the smoke are Mouz and Mattis pushing out, and the jewels just go G2's way. Facilitates the plant, and 2v4, they aren't looking for this. They aren't going for this anymore. Torchy and Jimmy go for the save. So G2 on what was upgraded pistols after Spinks does go for the aggressive play, actually gives G2 the round. I was just about to slate that going in for the hero AK before was a bad idea if you were always going to do kind of a half bind this round anyway. But it actually works. So, bit of a crazy buy in my mind, but if it works, it works. And in front of a crowd in IEM Krakow it's crazy work. Hunter gets to keep a hold of it despite being on low HP too, so G2 with 4. Taking the lead, but Mouz do have plenty of cash to splash. Rifles come back into this and Torgy with the saved AWP. Still brings us back to full gun rounds. Some Pyres on the AWP too. Should be a good duel to try. Gonna post up towards long B maybe? No, he wants to go challenging for the short aggression. Could catch Torgy off guard, but Spinks close range, catches the edge of some Pius and Hunter. Oh, just as being a nuisance, just being a thorn in their side. Finally, Malbs does get the trade onto that, and Torgy gonna fall back off of his advanced position with exertion. 1-for-1 trade does start off the round in nobody's favour, but that flash there, just keeping them on their toes. Short's been taken over. And Torch on this further away line. Could be good to farm up a couple. Gonna switch places with Brolin, gonna instead hold long doors instead. And Brolin here on Goose. So I think they're planning to go for these smokes and execute on the back of this short push. Gonna send out a mid to B smoke, at least make Mouz worried about the possibility. .30 seconds left. Util does finally come out and Brolin on towards Goose. Should be here to farm a couple if Torgy doesn't get any. Small gap on smoke. Torgy finds the first. Now worried about their presence. Torgy finding another on the edge of the other smoke. Now Brolin should be up to bat. Not looking their way. Having their nades out. Some Pius with all left to do and can't even fire a shot. Mouz do chime back in. Keeping it even Stevens 4-4. And G2 off. I mean, do they have enough money for this? I mean, just about. Malbs hands over the AWP some Pius. So we should have just about a full buy. That is the second timeout of G2 taken. Already. 8 rounds in. So, same as last time, pretty much, just reversed on the side. This is exactly what happened to Mouz last time. This time, G2 using their timeouts a little bit more frivolously. So what, you'll have a Tech 9 on Mattis and a Deagle on Mouz, but plenty of usual to go around, and probably going to be playing around the AWP of some Pius if they can. I mean, even if Heavy God and Hunter do go in first and die, they should be able to pick up the AKs. No, Heavy God actually being the kind gentleman he is, hands over the AK to Mouz instead, so I'm going to try and punish this B site once again like they did in the first few rounds. Oh, Torgy spots the head of Heavy God and kills him towards suicide. Okay, good opener. No AK to be found though. Still the trades on the B bomb site brings it down to a 3v3. And should bring a plant. Oh, nade chips away at some Pius. Probably should have done more damage there. Don't know how it didn't, but going to be setting up now for the retake. Some Pius holding long and replenishing that smoke on the doors kind of forces them through window. Exertion going to try his chance at jumping out. Some Pius blind gets the shot through. And now Exertion found nothing. So whilst Mattis does overextend there, Mouz cannot justify pushing in with what they have, so do have to save in this regard. G2 taking the lead 5-4. And a good sight hold from some Pious. I think Heavy God thought he had more space than he did, pushing out through Suicide. Luckily, he only had a Tech 9, did give over the AK to Malbs, like I said, the kind gentleman the man is. And a timeout taken for Mouz, so they do just about have enough money to facilitate having 4 rifles and an AWP on the board, so should be a deciding factor for which way this half could swing, at least, with the final 3 rounds coming up. That's a corner smoke for long, so could be targeting this. Molly there does force him at bay for the moment, but Heavy God looking to get active on this angle. Some space on short looking to be taken as well. Probably going to be a mid to A split. Running out into the crosshairs of Brolin. Defensive smoke deployed as well. Should give himself a little bit more time for the cavalry to arrive, or at least help him out. On the edge of the smoke as well. Malbs not ready for this. Now in the smoke. Can he get any more? Gets one more with the USPS. Are you kidding me, Brolin? Single-handedly with a triple. Nearly wins in the round, I'd say. Or at least most likely has. Bomb now on long. Trying to catch up with Hunter, but not going to be allowed. Mattis with 2 frags. Gonna need to find the ace clutch if he even goes for it, but wouldn't be surprised if he tries to save this now. And Brolin with an incredible long hold. Just a nuisance. Couldn't find him in the defensive smoke as well that he dropped. That's brilliant from the IGL. Yeah, 30 seconds left. Mattis does want to go for the clutch. He's thinking about it. If a kill's going to be sent over his way, he might be able to start this one up. But now he's been spotted out too. Might get the plant. Nade nearly books him. Spinks on the jump up with the M4 flying. Okay. Good round for Mouz, carried by their leader. Now puts G2's money in the dirt, and with 2 rounds left of the half, going to force them into a full eco. And now this kind of just reinforces G2's idea. At the start of this half, they did pressure B so much, and the few times they have gone A, they haven't found anything. And Torji with a pick towards mid, starting it off. Makes it ever so much more difficult. So likely to see a 6-5 half. Likely to see 6-5 at least for Mouz. I mean, running back, Torji does die to the pistols there. So Spinks needs to put in a bit of extra effort. Fat nade onto Mattis there. Brilliant stuff. Now, not committed, but there are still only pistols on the board and a saved scout. So unless Hunter's going to go absolutely nuclear, never mind, that's probably not going to happen. So 3v4, with only pistols, you might as well throw yourself at a bomb site and hope it works. And they're really going to go back into Brolin's crosshair on B. No util to support themselves. Brolin on this line, I mean, are they still going to peek him? Yeah, they're coming for him. Brolin putting up a defense against the pistols and spraying down another one. Make it a quad in this round, a triple in the previous, and a quad to deny the pistols. 6-5, Mouz. Now the lead, at least a tied up half for Mouz on G2's map pick this time. Of Dust 2, like I said, a lot of people have been picking it against Mouz so far in their games in Krakow, so at least testing them just to see how up to date they are with their pick, with what used to be their permaban. and showing they're still worthy. Torji with another cracking opener onto his fellow AWPer of some players on the other side of the scoreboard. On the other side of the map, sorry. 2 players towards lower tunnels. I mean, does Hunter want to drop down into this? It's a death trap if you do. 2 players here ready to hold the push. So, I mean, is the round over already? Yeah, Hunter's going to push into this. Firing squad from Exertion. I mean, Mattis comes back with the double trade. Gets the both of them. And Torch with another kill on mid. Still maintains the man advantage. Mattis just peeking into Jimmy that time. Won't find the same success. Heavy God now 1v3 for the final round of the half. Bomb on his back and plenty of util to spare. Going to try his hand at going B from mid, but this is difficult to get past this very open gap at mid. Shot onto Brolin, shoots him in the face, gets Jimmy too. No way, he's actually brought down to a 1v1 from 1v3 against the author of all people on a B site post plant. Here's Torji as well. He knows where he is. Torji has no clue where Heavy God is. The GOAT himself should be able to put up a clutch here. I think Torji even knows there's very limited chance. Going to try and pick up an M4. Try his hand at that, but doesn't know where Heavy God is. And the one tap to finish it. Brilliant close to this half for G2. Tying it up at 6-6. Heavy God with a 1v3 to close out. Now on their CT side. Incredible stuff from them. Cannot believe that. Now G2 found the pistol in the first half. Can they do it in the second? At least to tie up Mouse's record in the previous map. Five players queuing up outside long, and nobody here on G2's side to watch for this. Some players looking down long. At least we'll have plenty of warning about it, but not playing too close range to go for the pistols. Hunter there catches, sees 2 of them, gets his head gushed, so down to 7 HP. Not going to look for the re-peek. Now going to accelerate up long. That's an opener for Spinks on the shore. Might as well make it 2. That's an A site wide open for the taking. Missed cross smoke, doesn't matter. The pistols can't make it work. Bomb should get quite easily planted. Yeah, Mattis and Heavy God are going to try for the retake, but ever so difficult. Bit of cover on Heavy God and Julie, so might as well send in Mattis for this. But, no, difficult. He does actually get the frag onto Torji. Still so many angles to clear. Near impossible with no util to back him up. Going to peek out through this, but too many players holding his angle. Yep. Dead to rights, and Heavy God just going to go ahead and save his Kevlar and Jewel Berettas. Has a smoke in his arsenal too, but that is a Mouse pistol round once more. And so it's a difficult play, because once Hunter tries to go for the pick at mid, nearly finds the 1v1 Jewel, but just difficult on the edge of the corner at mid, and does get gushed in that scenario too, so can't even really back away with full comfort of knowing that you still can re-peek with some teammates later. So then when Spinks pushes up, just finds too many players, gets the head onto one of them, then Hunter's low too, so can't get the full-on trade that quickly. So Spinks there, helping them out at the minimum with the peek on shore, exploding out through A. Torji out first with the AK. Nobody here to fight. 2 scouts though on G2. So it could be good over long range if they do get the wombo combo tag up, but it's going to be a difficult one. That's a little bit of a corner smoke kind of miss, so it becomes a block smoke for long. Lock smoke there for G2 now. At least can keep Mouz at bay for a little bit longer. Heavy God, not usually AWPing, but today he's got the scout in his hands. And he gets the first shot onto Exertion. Spinks is getting... Oh, sorry. Jimmy's getting proactive towards mid, though, so... Or Brolin, in fact. So, could catch Hunter off guard. Sends out the smoke gun and play in front of it instead. The cavalry has arrived. Everyone's storming the site at the same time. Jimmy lasering another head off. Hunt's here, the only person to try and make any work of this, or at least try his best. Jimmy's got him dead there. Now Mattis on, what, 5-7 and some Kevlar. An HE2, but a difficult round to try and pull back if he's going to go for this. Nade out of mid, and they should know his rough position at least. Maybe going to try and go for some exit frags, but it's going to be difficult at that, going against the full set of rifles that Mouz have. I don't think anyone wants to peek him along as well, so... A save for both sides, most likely. Oh, Spinks actually does go down to the bomb there, but... They'll recover the AK, so just a little bit less for Mouz to work with. Not the end of the world, still plenty of money in their possession. So yeah, nearly a full eco, what, 5 pieces of util to work with, but other than that, it is going to be very difficult for G2. Once again, going to target this A long, and with only pistols, going to be difficult. Double nade onto Torji, gets him down to 25 HP at the start of the round. At least peppers him, brings him down close enough to make this possible, but I mean, it's going to be a difficult one. 5 pistols ready to take some engagements towards B, towards A. It's going to be an absolute massacre. Nearly everybody here, I mean, just spamming through the smoke. Gets the first one to Heavy God and brings over a 5-7 back into the CT's possession. But, like, this is damn near impossible. Just skip it over to round 16, will you? Gonna send out the util now. Clearing out methodically. They can't block the smoke there either, so gonna all push out at the same time. I mean, absolute massacre. Only one found for the CT side, but absolute mow down for the T's. G2 now finally get the luxury of a full buy. We're going against Mouz with AKs to go around and an AWP on Torji. Could be difficult. Still, Hunter hasn't been very active this match at least. Not that we saw back on Overpass. 3 and 13 at the moment. Isn't a beautiful stat line to read off. AWP on some pious, hanging towards mid doors at the moment, but it looks like we're getting an exec from short onto A. So Hunter, 3 and 13 under scrutiny, see if he can pad his stat line a little bit more. Well-timed smoke, makes them rethink actually, makes them reconsider, so stalls them for the moment. Fat nade. Brolin and Torji dropped half HP each. Brilliantly timed, but they're just going to wait for the smoke fade and explode onto this. So, Hunter under scrutiny. That's another smoke sent up, and now Mouz are finally reconsidering this, but what could do a mid to B, but I don't think even they know. With 30 seconds left, they've got to start making a move soon. Some players on this angle too. It's a bit difficult. Finally, they do come out. Exertion swings in front of the AWP and gets the frag. Hunter now with a molly onto Exertion. Spamming through mid. They aren't capitalizing just yet. 15 seconds, guys. You've got to get onto the bomb site soon enough. Now here just stalling them out, Mattis with a double. I mean, Torji left with no time whatsoever to do anything. Spinks might have an entire B-bomb site to himself, but it means jack shit. They've ran out of time, and that gives G2 their first CT round. Fizzling out for Mouz, not the most ideal, should we say. Perfectly timed block smokes as well, and Hunter does get a frag to his name in that round, and just stays alive. The fact that he stays alive there does go down too early, does mean that it takes Mouz longer to clear stuff out, and longer to get moving onto the A bomb site. So, well played from in that round. Now, tactical timeout taken, still one remaining for the likes of Mouz. Plenty of money to go around still. Looking to flash him out long. Torji with the AWP line. He's been a monster of openers on Dust 2. First one on the CT side and still keeping that streak alive on the T side. Incredible so far, and just netting Mouz these early advantages, early 5v4s is so crucial to their T side campaign, and just being active there is what makes them so potent. And I guess on Dust 2, where you need a strong AWPer, Torji is filling those boots pretty nicely. Where you see Falcons with a Manasi or a Dust 2 with Vitality and Zywoo. I mean, Torji against this G2 does seem to be pretty damn good on the AWP, if you ask me. Oh, Spinks nearly caught out with his pants down there. That's you pretty. Did he see both players there? That's two players on the B bomb site, so you can either isolate them or decide to go and split towards A. Mid to B smoke sent up once again, and Matt is playing this jiggle. Mouz aren't pouncing just yet, keeping their options open. Probably going to wait for the B smoke to fade on Spinks. Maybe they just pounce in front of this. Spinks is probably going to have to push the smoke here, but with G2 out on an island on B. Oh, tagged onto Exertion, doesn't kill him fully though. Pius under scrutiny, gets the next shot onto Jimmy, but jumping up, perfect flash from Torji, catches both Mattis and Pius. Full white, full blind. Easy plant. Now what? 2v4. They are not going for this any day of the week. Already thought about saving just as the execute was coming in. A Mouse taking double digits. That's 10-7. That's a nice gap, a nice lead that you've taken out. And I mean, will they have enough money to buy this? I think they're just about. With Heavy God and Hunter, if they can both save their guns and their Kevlar, there should be enough money to send about to the remaining members of G2, whether that be a drop over from Heavy God and Hunter or not. So still should be coming in with the full gun rounds. I mean, an AWP is a bit too much to ask for, but the rest of them might be able to pull out for masses, but it's kind of awkward. Yeah, timeout taken from Saw, perfectly timed, fair enough. Torji now topping the charts for Mouz, 15-5, a brilliant scoreline to look at, and has been a powerful piece on both sides. Been a powerful piece just so far at all. Both on Overpass was a little bit shakier, but on Dust 2, with the amount of openers he's just delivered on a silver platter to the rest of his team, has been great for them. Tech pause, beautiful. Oh yeah, like I said, the demos are bugged. I mean, you could probably see the X-ray at some point, just flickers on and off. So, but hey, you know, it won't get fixed because it's Valve. Let's be realistic here. Although we do get back into it, and Yeah, a bit of a half buy. They kind of understand they have to cut their losses at some point. So unless Heavy God and Hunter can extract maximum value from these M4s, it is going to probably be 11-7, and then full buy in the next round. G2 are preempting the faster pace out A, but Mouz don't pounce this time. Instead, scale up short very quickly. Only one player on the B bomb site, so what? Heavy God probably gonna head back over at some point. Going, oh no, Mattis or Hunter to do so. Just walking out short, Sunpice nearly gets his head removed. Only with an MP with a 5-7 here is a very difficult task, and they just drop like flies. Heavy God with an Mouz here with the Deagle, trying to extract maximum impact, but Torch on the AWP gonna say hell no to that. So Mouz only dropping Spinks on that attack, and Jimmy preempting the flank. Absolute domination from Mouz. 11-7, and this full buy here is going to be do or die. Nearly on match point now. CT full buys haven't been amazing so far. I mean, the only round that they really won so far on their CT side has been the mistake of Mouz letting the time fizzle out and get away from them. So, kind of shows how much of a clinic Mouz are putting up to show. Some pious on this angle. Double smoke does flush him out. Three players here to hold both mid and B to the maximum potential. Hunter on short as well, at least putting a little bit of pressure here. So more pressure than they've put in previous rounds, but yeah, Hunter's going to fall back at this point. Playing the jiggle. If they go through mid doors, Mattis on this line should be good for at least one, but if they get a good flash through, oh my god, Exertion nearly lines it up. Mattis nearly full blind, but Exertion just flicks onto him instead. Sunpice with the trade though, keeps it even, 4v4. Oh my goodness, Spinks just running out with that frag. Heavy God trade out once again, but now that's only Heavy God on B, so Mouz just going to accelerate onto here. AWP on the line does take out Heavy God, and Mouz from the flank. It's impossible. G2 just can't get another round on the board, and that could be this quarterfinal over. Hunter going to try his best to save this, but Mouz up to match point with this round. Match point and G2, they barely have enough money to buy into this. Hunter will be able to drop over a gun to one of his teammates, but it's disgusting. He'll be able to drop over one gun. Won't even be an AWP. Some players will not have an AWP in his hand. Probably going to have to go for a FAMAS instead. I mean, it's just abysmal. It's just not working in their favour. You can't take an eco now. It's about to be all over with. (12-7). Torja goes down to the bomb, but Jimmy will save the AWP. Do or die for G2. Do they still have a timeout left to take? I don't think they do. They're going to go in for a full buy. They can just about muster up the full M4 barrage. Mattis with the FAMAS. And Jimmy just going to play out long early on. Mouz doesn't want any of that. Going to fall back very quickly. G2 going to clear a bit of mid instead in the meantime. Might go towards Tons as well for Mattis. Could catch a fight onto Brolem. Mouz is just pushing the smoke. This is dirty. This is disgusting. Both playing anti-flash, ready for the peek. Jimmy peeks out on the Mouz, finds him early. That's the opening frag that he's been given. Smoke blown open, doesn't work in their favour, and some buyers stuck in this corner. Difficult to play. They actually call this off. They're not going for this. Brolin has found the B site completely open for the taking. Time to get your running boots on, son. You gotta start making some quick rotates. Yeah, Brolin gonna... I mean, if he's lucky, does Heavy God even clear this? Heavy God knows it's a possibility. He's thinking about it. He doesn't want to overcommit to this, just holding it from the outside of his doors. just waiting for some movement. Torchy's still on the line, at least keeping G2 interested, but the moment Heavy Gold overpeaks this, Bron's got him completely dead to rights, and that'll be the plant facilitated. Yeah, peeking out, doesn't clear Brolin, and now that's the bomb site completely free. 3v5 retake of the B bomb site. Now make it a 2v5. Impossible, just to bring themselves, keep them in the game and not fizzle out of this. Oh my god, the smoke put some players away. The semi-finals are calling for Mouz, another one to keep their streak going. 13-7, destroying G2 on their map pick. And now that is it, Mouz to the semi-finals, G2 out of Krakow. That's a beautiful game from Mouz. They turned up a clinic on Dust 2 after getting a little bit close over time on Overpass, but never mind, they do convert it nonetheless. So I think that's it. I mean, Mouz, of course, they made it to a semi-final, matched up against Vitality, lost to Vitality. It's literally Groundhog Day against these guys. But I think that is it. So thank you for watching. Give me any advice on the cast. I'd much appreciate it. But other than that, I think have a good evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.